Okay, so the way the drinking game works is you watch a frickin' frack video and you take a shot every time you say robust or velvety richness. Okay, hey everyone, welcome back to Upscale Audio. I'm Jake and this is Jordan, and today we're starting our new series called Good, Better, Best. The idea is simple, okay? We choose a price range and a product type. For today, it's bookshelf speakers between $1,000 and $5,000, and we pick a good, better, and best to help you find the sweet spot for you.
And then you make sure to drink every time Jake touches his hair. So that's also another rule. Now, we do have our reference system right in front of us, which is pretty cool. So for this test, we did use the Render A1000, which you can go check out. We just talked about it in a recent video. Jake, point it. It's, I think, over there. Yeah, somewhere. And then we have the Technics SUG700 Mark II integrated amplifier, which phenomenal amp. It's a little overkill for some of the speakers on our list, but we chose it because, well, we love it.
Yeah, we're on a Technics kick right now. So we put the speakers through the paces with several different songs, but the main demo track that we're going to reference today is Queen's Radio Gaga. It was Jordan's first time listening to Queen. He knows nothing about music, but this song was dynamic, layered, and perfect for evaluating bass, imaging, and vocal clarity, all key factors for bookshelf speakers.
All right, Jake, enough of your frantic talk. Let's get into this.
Okay, our first pick for good is the Technics SBC 600, priced at $1,099 a pair. Now, Technics is a brand with a long history in hi-fi, tracing back all the way to 1965. Now, it's true, they're best known for their iconic turntables, which we should do some videos on soon, but their expertise extends to speakers as well, and the SBC 600 is proof that you can get a great performance at an accessible price point.
100%. Now, the technology within this, it is going to be a two-way concentric speaker, which means that we have a 6-inch cone followed by the 1-inch dome tweeter, and they sit within the same central axis of each other, which definitely helps improve center imaging as well as make the soundstage that more cohesive within a room. Now, whether you're in the sweet spot or slightly off axis, it's going to help remain balanced and centered by having this coaxial design. Now, these speakers come in at an impedance of 4 ohms with a sensitivity of 83 decibels. So if you're pairing an amp with this, you're definitely going to want something with a little bit more juice than normal, definitely like the Technics that we had today. So the Technics incorporates a balanced driver mounting architecture to suppress vibrations and resonance within the cabinet. The design ensures that every detail in your music comes through very cleanly. The shallow woofer diaphragm and smooth edges help minimize any reflections, contributing to that wider soundstage that we find out of this speaker. And then what's really cool about this is that if you are a new audiophile, the C600s do come included with some speaker cable to kind of get you started, which I think is a really nice benefit to them.
You would as a new audiophile.
Get out of here.
Okay, so when we played Queen's Radio Gaga, the clarity of the vocals immediately stood out to me. Freddie's voice was front and center, and the mid-range delivered a warmth that made the performance feel alive. At least more alive than Freddie Mercury is.
Oh.
The highs were smooth, and while the bass wasn't overwhelming, it was still well-defined and musical. At $1,100, the Technics offered excellent imaging for the price and tonal balance, making it a fantastic choice for smaller spaces or someone just getting started.
All right, let's move up to the next price point and some of my personal favorite speakers.
I thought they were my favorite speakers.
Get out.
Okay, next up, moving on to the better, we have the MoFi SourcePoint 10, priced at $2,999 a pair, and these are some of our favorite speakers at that price point. These were designed by the legendary Andrew Jones, who has worked with brands like Kef, Pioneer, like your amplifier, and ELAC. But at MoFi, he was given free reign to create a bold, high-performance speaker, and the SourcePoint 10 is the result.
That's funny. I don't think we've ever talked about your amplifier on this channel.
Yeah, the Integra, that's way higher in than yours.
The speaker that we have here is the SourcePoint 10, which does feature a 10-inch concentric driver.
That's like the name of the speaker.
Almost. It's a 1¼ inch soft dome tweeter placed in the center of the woofer. This design delivers incredible imaging and time alignment. So everything from vocals to instruments feels like it comes through from a single source. It is a sensitivity of 91 decibels with a nominal impedance of 8 ohms. The SourcePoint 10s are actually very easy to drive compared to our previous one, so if you wanted to pair something like a Prima Luna to this, it's more than sufficient to drive it. Now, the build quality is absolutely exceptional on this guy.
Robust?
Or robust. The front baffle is massive, 2 inches thick. The rest of the cabinet is going to be a 1-inch thick MDF with some internal bracing to help minimize any distortion or, any coloration the cabinet can add.
But how are they ported in the back?
Let me talk about that. So we do have rear ports in the back of the speaker with a single set of binding posts. Now this larger speaker design helps with bring out more impactful bass without sacrificing any details within the mids or the highs.
When we tested Radio Gaga, the bass was the first thing we noticed as a massive upgrade. It was powerful, punchy, and incredibly controlled. The mid-range improved as well, adding a richer and more textured experience. I also noticed an improvement in the highs. They were smooth, detailed, and free of harshness. While the Technics had good imaging, their SourcePoint 10 excelled in their imaging and soundstage. The soundstage was much wider and filled the whole room. It felt like I heard Queen walking around the room instead of just playing on the speakers. It was definitely a worthwhile upgrade. At $3,000, these speakers deliver a performance that feels much more expensive.
Yeah, Jake, I think you said it great, but I think it's time that we move up to our best speaker in this lineup, so let's take a look at those.
Okay, last and not least, we have our best at the $5,000 price range, the Fyne Vintage 5s. Now, when we got here, we looked all around for all the speakers so we could shoot our video today, and these were not here because they were co-opted or stole or checked out, whatever you want to call it, by Joel. He loves these. Joel, you need to get a pair. Comment down below if Joel should pull the gun and get the pair. So these are the Fyne Audio Vintage 5s priced at $5,000 a pair. Fyne Audio was founded by a group of former Tannoy engineers, awesome people, we've got to hang out with them, and they have tons of decades of audio experience, and these are going to be their vintage line, which is a vintage aesthetic, but with full of modern technology with luxurious craftsmanship. Don't let that name vintage fool you. As Jordan will teach you in just a second, these speakers use cutting edge technology.
Thanks, Jake. Yeah, so the Vintage 5s are going to use Fyne's IsoFlare point source driver technology. So we do have our 5-inch driver at the very front, followed by our magnesium dome tweeter mounted at its center, creating a true single point source. This design delivers exceptional imaging and time alignment, ensuring everything is going to sound cohesive when playing back your music. I mean, look at the cabinets, really. It's a work of art. It is made from a birch ply and hand finished with a walnut veneer, and it features these curved sides, and that's going to help reduce any standing waves. Since Fyne is owned and ran by what Kevin likes to say, propeller heads, they have gone above and beyond when it comes to engineering. So much so that Dr. Ball Mills wanted a cryo lab to treat like the crossover and the wiring of the speakers, and he got it. So, I mean, that's pretty cool.
Upscale won't get me a cryo lab.
One day. Besides that, inside the speakers, you're gonna find the patent pending Bass Track-Trix diffusing system, say that 3 times, that converts low frequency energy into 360-degree waves, creating a seamless bass integration no matter where you're placing the speakers within the room. Fyne also includes this analog dial at the very front of the speaker, and that is going for precise tuning for your presence within a room. So you're going to want to tailor that to your room and to your personal taste of music.
Yeah, like if you have a bad room like Jordan's. I love doing videos with you. I've just been teasing you this video. Okay, when we played Radio Gaga, the Vintage 5 delivered the most immersive experience yet. The soundstage was much more expansive and even more three-dimensional, with instruments and vocals placed with pinpoint accuracy. The mid-range was also more rich, but it stayed natural. At the same time, the highs were more detailed and refined without ever feeling harsh. Now, you might be wondering about the bass, as these speakers' cabinets are much smaller than the source points, but the bass was still tight, controlled, and surprisingly deep for a 5-inch driver. I think it was that bass track system that you said to say 5 times fast, which I can't do, but ensured the low-ended blended perfectly with the mids and highs, creating a balanced yet natural presentation. At $5,000, the Vintage 5 is an investment, but it delivers unparalleled refinement, craftsmanship, and performance. If you're looking for the ultimate bookshelf speaker in our price range, this is it.
Actually, Jake, there's not just these, but more from Fyne. So if you guys want to see us cover more Fyne speakers, comment that down below.
Yeah. Okay, so let's recap what you gain moving up the ladder from good to better to best. Okay, so now's the summary where we break down what you get going from the good to the better to the best. But for framing, we couldn't fit the SourcePoint 10, so just pretend this is the SourcePoint 10, okay? We have pizza waiting for us after this. Jordan, take it away.
I'm starved. So what we're going to start off with is this guy here, the Technics SBC600. You're getting a precise image, great clarity, balanced sound, and something that's going to be perfect for smaller rooms, or like I said earlier, someone that's just getting into the hi-fi hobby, especially because comes with some cables included.
Show them the wires. We don't know where they are. Okay, Moving up from the good to the better, we had the Source Point 10, which you can imagine is right here. That's going to take things to a whole other level. Deeper bass, a way larger soundstage, and exceptional dynamics. It feels like you're in the room with the music, but sadly you have to buy your own wires, which we can help you with.
Why did we focus on wires in this video? The Fyne Audio Vintage 5 offers the ultimate experience. It has an unmatched imaging, some luxurious craftsmanship, and a level of refinement that makes everything track feels just that much better and come to life.
And it was cryoed.
Yeah, it was cryoed for the crossover and wiring. God,
So-
the wiring!
Stop talking about wiring. So with each speaker, it's going to deliver incredible value for its price. So whether you're just starting out or you're upgrading to the next level, there's something here for everyone. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it, comment down below which speaker caught your attention or what you're currently listening to. Lastly, give us suggestions for future good, better, best videos. You know, it's hard coming up with ideas and we need to stay in work. But, you know, we like to say that this is your channel just as much as ours, and we want to make the videos you want to see. So thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you want to pick up anything we've talked about in this or any other video, you can call or go online, talk to our commission-free salespeople like Jordan. Not me, I'm in marketing. But remember, at Upscale, we'll treat your system
Like it's ours.